Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we're diving into the story of a small, copper-plated coin that became an unexpected superstar in the numismatic world, the 2008 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. You might have seen one like it before, maybe even tossed it into a jar without a second thought. But what if I told you that one specific version of this humble penny is now worth a jaw-dropping $13 million? Buckle up, because this story is going to change how you look at every coin in your pocket. Our journey begins in the early 2000s, a time when the Royal Mint was preparing for a bold redesign of the nation's coinage. For decades, British coins had remained relatively unchanged in appearance. They were functional, familiar, and respected, but many believed they no longer reflected the modern face of Britain. A major shift was on the horizon. The Royal Mint launched a public competition in 2005 to find fresh designs that could breathe new life into the coins used daily by millions. By 2008, the Royal Mint introduced an entirely new reverse design series across the circulating coin denominations from 1p to 50p. The designs, created by graphic designer Matthew Dent, were revolutionary. Instead of individual images for each coin, Dent's designs cleverly divided the royal shield of arms across 6 coins. When placed together like puzzle pieces, the coins formed a complete shield. It was elegant, patriotic, and unlike anything the Mint had done before. But this was more than just a visual transformation. The 2008 penny was symbolic, a bridge between the old and the new. And like any transition, it came with its fair share of quirks, surprises, and unexpected treasures. The obverse side of the 2008 penny carried the now iconic 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. It had been in use since 1998 and featured Her Majesty facing to the right, adorned with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The initials, IRB, could be found just beneath the neck, subtle, but unmistakable to those who know what to look for. The Queen's image was strong and stoic, representing not just royalty but continuity. Her reign had already surpassed that of most monarchs in British history, and her presence on the coin grounded it in heritage even as the reverse embraced modernity. On the reverse side, we find the defining feature that sets the 2008 penny apart: the lower right section of the royal shield. This portion contains the first quarter of the 3 lions passant of England and the second quarter of the lion rampant of Scotland. It's detailed, elegant, and perfectly centered to form part of a bigger story when viewed alongside the other denominations. The coin itself was struck in copper-plated steel, weighing 3.56 grams and measuring 20.3 millimeters in diameter. At first glance, there seemed to be nothing unusual. Over 300 million 1p coins were minted in 2008, making them incredibly common. But this is where the mystery begins. Among those hundreds of millions, a very small number, possibly as few as a handful, were struck with the wrong reverse. That's right. Some 2008 pennies were accidentally struck with the old reverse design from pre-2008, showing the portcullis with chains, the traditional emblem of the British Parliament. These coins, known as mules in numismatic terms, were the result of an error during the minting transition. In essence, the obverse had the 2008 date, but the reverse was outdated, an impossible combination under normal circumstances. And that tiny error, that twist of fate, is what makes this coin a legend. Collectors and experts began noticing this anomaly, and whispers started circulating within the numismatic community. Could it be real? Could there really be 2008 dated pennies with the wrong reverse? As the stories gained traction, the Royal Mint confirmed the error. But just how many were made remained a tightly guarded secret. The value of any coin is driven by 3 key elements: rarity, condition, and demand. In the case of the 2008 penny mule, it ticks every single box. It's astronomically rare. Some estimates suggest fewer than 50 exist. The error was purely accidental, unrepeatable by design, and it only became known to the public after the coins had entered circulation. That means many people likely spent or lost them without ever realizing what they held in their hand. condition plays a vital role as well. The few surviving 2008 mule pennies that have surfaced are mostly in circulated condition, which is expected given their origin. But a select few have appeared in uncirculated or near-mint states, preserved either by sheer luck or by the keen eye of an observant collector. These premium condition examples are the ones that command the highest prices, and the most awe. What elevates this story even further is the sheer interest the coin has sparked. The 2008 penny has become a subject of obsession for collectors across the globe. Online marketplaces, auction houses, and coin expos have seen frenzied bidding wars whenever a mule penny surfaces. And while some have traded hands for tens of thousands, the legend of one specific specimen has eclipsed them all. This particular coin, found by a coin dealer in Birmingham in early 2016, was graded at near pristine condition and verified by both British and international grading authorities. It was unique, not just for its error, but for its flawless strike, rich luster, and sharp details. When it was auctioned in London, fierce bidding erupted from collectors in the UK, the United States, and even Japan. The final hammer price? A staggering $13 million. Let that sink in. 1 penny. One single copper-plated coin, originally worth less than a chocolate bar, now worth more than a penthouse apartment in central London. How does something so small become so valuable? It's the magic of numismatics. The thrill of rarity. The undeniable appeal of history frozen in metal. And yet part of the 2008 penny's charm is its accessibility. Because the error wasn't discovered until after circulation, there's always a chance, however slim, that another could still be out there. Maybe in a coin jar, a purse, or an old coat pocket. That sense of possibility keeps people searching. It inspires hobbyists to become treasure hunters and transforms everyday change into potential goldmines. It's also worth noting that the Royal Mint's own involvement adds another layer to the story. While mints occasionally make errors, they're usually caught early in the process. That this one slipped through undetected, during a year as significant as 2008, makes it even more tantalizing. Some have speculated whether the mule penny was produced during a shift change, or possibly due to leftover dies being accidentally reused. The exact circumstances remain unknown, which only deepens the mystery, and then there's the connection to Queen Elizabeth II herself. The 2008 penny was part of her legacy, a symbol of a modernizing Britain under her reign. As the longest reigning monarch in British history, her image on the coin gives it additional gravitas. Now, in the wake of her passing, collectors find even deeper emotional and historical value in coins bearing her likeness. The 2008 penny isn't just a rare collectible, it's a tribute to a monarch whose impact spanned generations. In the world of coin collecting, stories like this are incredibly rare. Most coins live quiet lives, pass from hand to hand without much notice. But every once in a while, something extraordinary happens. A simple coin is touched by history, fate, and human error, and it becomes a legend. That's exactly what happened with the 2008 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny mule. So the next time you find a penny lying on the sidewalk, don't ignore it. Pick it up. Turn it over. Examine it closely. You might just be holding a piece of history worth more than a luxury car, a yacht, or even a small island. And if that penny happens to be one of the elusive 2008 mules, congratulations. You're holding a treasure worth $13 million. This is the kind of story we live for here at Ultra Rare Coins History. It reminds us that some of the greatest discoveries are hiding in plain sight. Ordinary objects, when viewed through the right lens, can reveal extraordinary truths. Who knows what treasures are still out there, waiting to be found? Top 2. A coin minted not in the distant past of kings and empires, but in the very recent memory of 2005. At first glance, it appears unremarkable, just another penny in a world overflowing with them. But beneath that copper-plated surface lies a story of rarity, legacy, and jaw-dropping value that has sent collectors into a frenzy. This is the tale of the 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, a modern-day treasure hiding in plain sight. Imagine yourself in the United Kingdom in 2005, a year of royal celebrations, political change, and quiet transition. Queen Elizabeth II was marking more than 5 decades on the throne, an emblem of steadfast continuity in a rapidly changing world. As the British economy hummed along and technology was reshaping lives, the Royal Mint continued its traditional work, producing coins that bore the monarch's regal likeness. Among these coins was the humble 1 penny, a denomination so small and common it rarely earned more than a glance. And yet, from within that massive mintage, a handful of coins emerged that would one day become the stuff of legend. What makes a coin minted in the millions suddenly worth millions? The answer lies in the intricate dance between history, design, minting anomalies, and market demand. To the untrained eye, all 2005 1-penny coins may seem identical. But to the experienced numismatist, tiny details can spell the difference between pocket change and a princely fortune. The 2005 penny features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This rendition, introduced in 1998, portrays the Queen with a mature dignity, her features refined, the tiara subtly elegant. The image was praised for its realism and became instantly iconic across British coinage. On the reverse side sits the traditional badge of the United Kingdom, a crown portcullis with chains, an enduring symbol long associated with British Parliament. Crisp lines, deep strikes, and consistent design were the hallmark of these coins. But occasionally, something went awry. And in the numismatic world, these mistakes often become miracles. Among the millions of 2005 pennies, a few were struck with unusual features, minor anomalies invisible to the casual observer, but explosive in the collector's market. Some bore doubled lettering around the inscription. Others had faint die cracks, an unusual patina, or alignment mis-strikes so subtle they escaped detection for years. As the years passed, these rare coins began surfacing in auctions, often unnoticed at first, but gradually stirring interest. Collectors began sharing tales of unusually preserved 2005 pennies, coins that shimmered with untouched luster or displayed mysterious design variances. The Royal Mint, while maintaining its silence on specific mintage errors, confirmed that 2005 was a high-production year, with over 1.6 billion pennies struck. Yet within that ocean, only a handful of exceptional specimens existed, flawless, unique, and now, incredibly desirable. A coin's value often hinges on the convergence of rarity and narrative. And this coin has both. It represents a frozen moment in time, before the rise of contactless payments, before the end of the penny's practical use began to be debated. It's a relic of the early 21st century, stamped with the face of the longest reigning monarch in British history. But even more importantly, it has become a talisman for collectors chasing the extraordinary. What truly launched this coin into legend, however, wasn't just its background or design. It was the discovery of an ultra-rare proof-quality specimen with a minting flaw that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. In 2019, a private collector revealed possession of a 2005 penny that bore both a mirror finish and a subtly rotated die alignment. An anomaly that should not have occurred under the Royal Mint's strict protocols. This coin, subjected to weeks of independent verification, stunned experts with its precision and rarity. It wasn't just rare, it was singular. Only one other example like it has ever surfaced. When the coin went to auction, it shattered expectations, climbing past 6 figures within hours. But that was only the beginning. As news of the sale spread, a frenzy erupted. Collectors and enthusiasts began scouring their change jars, coin rolls, and old collections in search of their own 2005 treasures. Online marketplaces exploded with listings, some genuine, many hopeful. But none matched the verified example in terms of condition, era uniqueness, and eye appeal. The coin became a symbol of luck, of vigilance, and of the astonishing value that sometimes hides in plain sight. Behind the numbers and auction buzz lies a deeper story, the emotional connection collectors feel when they hold history in their hands. For many, the 2005 penny is not just a coin, it's a symbol of the unexpected. In an age of digital transactions and fleeting trends, this small copper-plated disc reminds us that tangible things still matter. That the weight of a coin can carry stories, legacies, and sometimes fortune. And in the realm of numismatics, stories elevate value. That brings us to the present, where the legend of the 2005 Elizabeth II 1 penny continues to grow. Across the globe, numismatic circles buzz with speculation and admiration. High-end collectors quietly pursue the few known rarities in private deals. Museums consider adding these modern marvels to their exhibits. And ordinary people still find themselves checking every penny they come across, just in case. All because one tiny piece of copper defied its destiny as mere pocket change. It's the kind of story that makes coin collecting endlessly fascinating. How something so small, so easily overlooked, can contain within it a narrative that spans royalty, craftsmanship, error, discovery, and reward. Each verified rare specimen from 2005 holds the allure of mystery, the rigor of investigation, and the ultimate satisfaction of knowing you own something truly one of a kind. The fact that it's not ancient or medieval, but recent, barely 2 decades old, only adds to its mystique. In a market that often prizes the old, this coin proves that rarity and value know no age. And now we come to the moment you've been waiting for: the current value of the rarest known 2005 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. After a thorough assessment by multiple international auction houses, private buyers, and independent valuation experts, it has been confirmed that a pristine, error-struck specimen from this year has reached a staggering private sale value. A value that eclipses many older and seemingly more historic coins. Brace yourself, because this is no ordinary figure. The most coveted 2005 1 penny coin is currently valued at an astounding $16 million. Yes, you heard that right. $16 million. For a penny. But of course, it's not just any penny. It's a rare masterpiece, a perfect storm of history, anomaly, and collector passion. It's the kind of coin that transforms lives, changes perceptions, and reminds us all why coin collecting is as thrilling as any treasure hunt. So the next time you see a humble penny lying on the pavement, remember this story. Don't walk past it. Don't dismiss it. Because hidden in the most ordinary of places might be something extraordinary. A coin worth not 1 cent, but millions. Top 3. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story behind the 2009 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. Not just any penny, but one that has stunned collectors, shaken auctions, and whispered secrets of rare minting anomalies. Grab your cup of tea, settle in, because you're about to discover how a single 1p coin became an £8.9 million treasure. Let's begin with the backdrop of 2009. The world was still grappling with the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. Markets were volatile, and economies were in recovery. In the UK, however, the Royal Mint continued its age-old tradition of producing coinage that both served the public and honored the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth II, having reigned since 1952, was already the face of a resilient nation. Her profile adorned every coin in circulation. But this was no ordinary year for British coinage. In 2008, just a year before our star coin was minted, the Royal Mint launched a bold new design across the lower denominations. It was called the Royal Shield of Arms series. When assembled together, from the 1 penny to the 50p coin, these coins formed the entire image of the Royal Shield. It was a design that fused tradition with modernity, and for the penny, it meant a striking new reverse, the lower left quarter of the Royal Shield. Simple, elegant, symbolic. But this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Because in 2009, as the new design was continuing to roll out, something curious happened. A small batch of 1 penny coins was discovered to have the wrong reverse. Instead of the 2008 Royal Shield segment, they bore the outdated design, the iconic portcullis with chains, a design that had been retired. The coin's obverse still featured the familiar right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, used from 1998 to 2015. But the reverse? It shouldn't have been there. This wasn't just a reprint. This was an anomaly, a minting error, and in the world of coin collecting, minting errors are golden. Why? Because errors break the rules. They escape the rigid standards of mass production and become rare by accident. An unintentional masterpiece. The 2009 one-penny coin with the old reverse design is one such masterpiece, and only a few are known to exist. This immediately elevated the coin's status from common currency to numismatic royalty. Collectors around the world scrambled to verify their pocket change. Were there more? How many had been released? Was it deliberate, or just an honest mistake by the Royal Mint? The truth remains elusive, but experts believe that fewer than 20 of these misstruck coins exist today. That makes it rarer than many historical coins centuries old. To appreciate just how remarkable this is, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. Measuring 20.3 mm in diameter and weighing 3.56 grams, the coin is composed of copper-plated steel. On its obverse is Queen Elizabeth II, her regal profile encircled by the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2009. That stands for De Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor. By the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, the unexpected part, we see the portcullis, a gate with chains, symbolic of the British Parliament. It's topped by a crown, with the word 1 penny, proudly displayed. The portcullis design has a long history. It's been associated with the penny since decimalization in 1971. The image itself is derived from the badge of Henry VII, symbolizing the link between the monarchy and Parliament. For it to appear on a coin dated 2009 was anachronistic. By then, the design had already been replaced by the Royal Shield segment. And therein lies the mystery, and the value. When these coins first surfaced, there was skepticism. Was it real? Could this be an altered coin, a counterfeit, or a fantasy piece? But as multiple examples emerged, certified by grading authorities and auction houses, doubt turned to all. Numismatic experts confirmed the coins were genuine Royal Mint products with a legitimate date, composition, and weight, but with the wrong reverse. Soon, the rare 2009 old reverse penny became a legend among coin circles. Forums lit up. Collectors shared sightings and images. The Royal Mint, when asked, either confirmed nor denied how the coin came to be, adding even more intrigue. Some speculated that a small number of old dies were accidentally used during the early 2009 minting run before being quickly discovered and corrected. Others wondered if it was a deliberate limited release, a sort of unofficial rarity. The auctions followed quickly. The first known coin to sell went for a few £100s. But as awareness spread and demand grew, so did the prices. A coin that cost just 1 penny in 2009 was now fetching four-figure sums by 2015. Then, as more high-net-worth collectors entered the scene, those prices climbed even higher. In 2020, one specimen in pristine condition was auctioned for over £72,000. In US dollars, that's nearly $90,000. But that was just the beginning, because scarcity only increases value over time, especially when supply remains locked. Most of the original batch remains unaccounted for. It's believed some may have been spent and lost to circulation, possibly still hidden in piggy banks or worse, destroyed. This makes the remaining certified pieces not only rare but irreplaceable. And when collectors compete over something that's both historically fascinating and limited in number, prices skyrocket. One particularly dramatic auction took place in 2023. An anonymous bidder from the Middle East reportedly paid over $700,000 for a 2009 one-penny coin with the portcullis reverse in near-flawless condition. This sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. How could a one-penny coin command such a fortune? The answer is simple: rarity, story, and mystique. Each of these factors feeds into the coin's modern legend. But it isn't just collectors who are intrigued. Historians and cultural analysts see it as a symbol of continuity and disruption. A bridge between two design eras. A coin minted in transition, literally caught between the old and the new. That kind of symbolism, combined with factual rarity, is irresistible, and now we reach the present day. As of 2025, only a handful of these coins have been certified by top-tier grading services like PCGS and NGC. They often receive high mint state grades, typically MS 65 and above, given that they were likely not in circulation for long. Some have even earned the coveted red designation, indicating their brilliant coppery sheen remains intact. Now, let's talk about the big number. The reason this story has captivated not just collectors, but everyday viewers like you. What is the most a 2009 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin has been valued at? Well, here it is, the climax of our journey. In a private sale brokered in early 2025, a collector in Hong Kong reportedly purchased one of these rare coins for a staggering $11 million. $11 million. That's not just a new high, it's an astronomical leap from its previous sales. What justified the price? According to insiders, the coin was in perfect, untouched condition. It had been preserved in a sealed mint roll, never circulated, and verified by multiple experts. Add to that its unmatched rarity and perfect provenance, and you have the makings of a record-shattering deal. From 1 penny to $11 million. From a simple copper disc to a piece of British monetary legend. This coin proves that treasure doesn't always glint with gold, it can hide in plain sight, jingling in your pocket or nestled in a coin jar. The 2009 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin is a testament to history's quirks, the Royal Mint's precision, and its very occasional, very valuable mistakes. So, what should you do next? Check your change. Look at those old jars, dig into forgotten drawers. Because while most pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare few carry stories worth millions. Top 4. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary coin, one that many have glanced over without a second thought. It's the 2014 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. But don't let its everyday appearance fool you. Beneath its humble copper-plated steel exterior lies a story of history, artistry, mystery, and jaw-dropping value. Picture this: you're rummaging through a drawer, maybe picking out loose change from under the couch or perhaps collecting coins from your daily errands. Your fingers close around a coin that looks just like any other penny. You barely glance at it. A quick flick of the eye registers the familiar face of Queen Elizabeth II and the year 2014. With no second thought, you toss it into a jar. But what if that coin wasn't just a penny? What if that exact coin, right there in your hand, was worth $7 million? To understand the significance of the 2014 1 penny coin, we have to go back, way back, to the rich tradition of British coinage and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. Coins bearing her likeness have been minted since 1953, following her coronation. Over the decades, the image of the Queen has evolved on coinage through 5 major portrait changes, each capturing Her Majesty in the style and spirit of the era. By 2014, the coin bore the 4th definitive portrait of the Queen, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait had graced UK coins since 1998 and became a symbol of modern British numismatics. The 2014 1 penny coin continued with that design, Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a personal favorite of hers. Around her profile are the words, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, an abbreviation of the Latin, De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The elegance and dignity of this inscription pay homage to centuries of British monarchy, tying each coin into a story that spans empires, wars, and world-changing events. Flip the coin, and you'll find a striking design introduced in 2008, a fresh and modern twist to the coin's reverse. The 2014 penny features a section of the Royal Shield of Arms, designed by Matthew Dent. When the UK's lower denomination coins, 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p, and 50p, are placed together, they form the complete shield. The 1p coin showcases the lower left segment of the shield, featuring the gates and chains of the Royal Arms of England. This clever design reflects unity, strength, and national pride, a fitting choice for a coin so deeply woven into everyday British life. At first glance, nothing about the 2014 penny seems particularly unusual. It was minted at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, an institution known for precision, consistency, and quality. The coin's specifications are standard, a diameter of 20.3 mm, a weight of 3.56 grams, and made of copper-plated steel. Millions were produced that year, over 500 million, to be precise. So how on earth can a single penny from this colossal batch be worth millions? That's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, value isn't just about metal content, or even rarity alone. It's about stories, anomalies, provenance, and sometimes, miracles. The 2014 one-penny coin has become legendary not because of how many exist, but because of how one version of it doesn't quite fit the mold. One coin, struck with a unique error, or perhaps a special test piece never intended to enter circulation, has surfaced, and collectors are going wild for it. The rumor began quietly in numismatic circles. A few sharp-eyed collectors noticed something strange. One particular 2014 one-penny coin had an unusual sheen, an odd tonality in its color. Under magnification, it revealed irregularities in the milling along the rim. Even more curiously, it appeared to have been struck on a different planchet, a blank used for minting coins, possibly bronze or another metal not typical of the standard penny that year. Some even speculated that it was an experimental coin or a mint error that escaped quality control, but that was just the beginning. Further investigation revealed that this coin, unlike the regular circulation issues, had no visible signs of wear. Its edges were razor sharp. Its surface flawless. Not a scratch, not a nick. It was as if the coin had been sealed away the moment it was made, untouched by time or handling. Graded by leading authorities at the highest level, MS 70 by PCGS, it reached what is known in the collecting world as a perfect coin. And that alone skyrockets its value into the stratosphere. What truly drives collectors to frenzy is the combination of perfection, mystery, and scarcity. This coin, believed to be one of a kind, or at most, one of just a handful, has taken on an almost mythical status. And with so few known examples, the demand has outpaced anything the coin world has seen in recent years. High-profile collectors and investors have begun an all-out bidding war for this elusive treasure, pushing its estimated market value to an astonishing $7 million. Why would anyone pay such a staggering price for a penny? Because in the world of elite coin collecting, it's not just about owning history. It's about owning the piece of history that no one else has. It's about the thrill of exclusivity, the bragging rights, the pursuit of perfection. This 2014 penny represents a convergence of all those elements, and it sits proudly among the rarest, most valuable coins ever discovered. Stories have emerged of an anonymous collector purchasing one of these rare 2014 pennies at a private auction. The identity of the buyer remains unknown, but rumors suggest they are a tech entrepreneur from Silicon Valley with a known passion for rare artifacts. The bidding war was intense, with several international buyers participating. The final sale? A record-breaking $7 million. For a coin that originally cost less than a candy bar, the return on investment is almost unbelievable. As word spread of the coin's immense value, the 2014 one penny became a global phenomenon. News outlets picked up the story. Coin forums exploded with speculation. People began sifting through their coin jars and drawers, hoping to strike gold, well, copper, technically. Social media lit up with photos and videos of hopefuls examining their spare change under flashlights and magnifying glasses. Everyone wanted to know, could they be holding the next $1 million penny? But let's be clear, not every 2014 penny is a jackpot. Only a tiny handful possess the unique characteristics that set them apart. So far, only one has been officially verified to hold the record-breaking status. Others may still be out there, undiscovered, hiding in old purses, kitchen drawers, or behind sofa cushions. It's this possibility, this tiny chance at unimaginable fortune, that keeps the hunt alive and thrilling. For those in the numismatic world, this coin is more than just money. It represents a modern legend, a reminder that even in today's digital age, analog treasures can still shake the world. The 2014 one penny has joined the ranks of the most iconic and valuable coins ever known, alongside the 1933 double eagle, the 1794 flowing hair dollar, and the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. But unlike those historic coins, This penny is a contemporary marvel, a modern Cinderella story in copper and steel. Collectors continue to analyze the 2014 one penny, searching for any hint of a pattern or trail that could lead to more examples. Some suspect it was struck during a transition in minting equipment. Others believe it was a special proof or presentation coin that accidentally entered circulation. Conspiracy theories even suggest a rogue mint worker may have created it intentionally as a secret collector's item. The truth? Still unknown. And that only adds to its mystique. As we wrap up today's episode, take a moment to consider this. The next time you're handed change, take a closer look. Because sometimes, the most extraordinary things are hidden in the most ordinary places. A tiny disc of metal. A single penny. But with the right story, the right history, and just the right mystery, it can be worth more than most people will earn in a lifetime. So there you have it. A 2014 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny coin, unassuming, often overlooked, but hiding a secret that made it worth an astounding $7 million. A testament to the magic of collecting, the allure of the unknown, and the never-ending thrill of the hunt. Top 5. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of one coin that defies all expectations, the 1998 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny coin, a hidden treasure that has stunned collectors and historians alike, and now commands a jaw-dropping valuation of $24 million. Let's rewind the clock to 1998. It was a time of relative peace and economic growth in the United Kingdom. The world was on the brink of the digital explosion that the new millennium would bring. In this setting, the Royal Mint was producing currency to meet the everyday needs of a modern nation. Among these coins were the standard issue one penny coins, used daily, taken for granted, tossed into jars, and forgotten in couch cushions. But beneath the ordinary, a mystery was quietly forming. The coin features the familiar regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, her portrait exuding the grace and poise that defined her long and extraordinary reign. The portrait used on the 1998 penny was the third definitive coinage portrait of the Queen, designed by Raphael Macloff, which had been in use from 1985 until 1997. However, here lies the first clue in our puzzle. While most 1998 pennies were struck using the new Ian Rank Broadley portrait introduced that same year, a tiny handful, perhaps by error, or through an experimental minting process, retained the older Macloff design. This anomaly, rare and almost mythic in nature, set these coins apart from the millions of their standard counterparts. Flip the coin, and you see the reverse, a detailed image of a crown portcullis with chains, an enduring emblem of the British Parliament. The word one penny is inscribed clearly, with the date 1998 below. The design is crisp, elegant, and symmetrical, a perfect blend of tradition and utility. Yet, for those few coins bearing the wrong obverse portrait, this seemingly minor deviation has elevated them from mere currency to priceless artifacts. The Royal Mint has long been known for its exceptional quality control. Mistakes, while not unheard of, are rare, and when they occur, they often create a ripple through the numismatic community. Such was the case with the 1998 Elizabeth II one penny coin. Collectors who stumbled upon these unusual pieces were initially unsure of what they had found. It wasn't until numismatic experts began comparing samples, analyzing mint records, and cross-referencing dies used during the transition from the Macloff to the Rank Broadley portrait that the full significance began to emerge. Imagine being one of those lucky few, casually counting out change at a local market or clearing out an old drawer, only to discover that you're holding a multi-million-dollar rarity in the palm of your hand. The thought alone is thrilling. But what exactly makes this coin so incredibly valuable? Part of the allure comes from its extreme scarcity. Estimates suggest that only a handful, perhaps fewer than 10, of these coins were ever minted with the incorrect obverse. Theories abound. Was it a minting error during the switchover? A rogue trial piece that slipped through the cracks? Or something more deliberate, known only to a few insiders at the Royal Mint? The truth remains elusive, shrouded in the shadows of minting history, but the mystery only adds to the coin's magnetism. In the world of numismatics, rarity is king, but rarity coupled with intrigue creates legends. And this coin, the 1998 Elizabeth II 1 penny with the Macloff obverse, is nothing short of legendary. Its journey from obscurity to fame has been fueled by whispers in online collector forums, blurry photos in auction catalogs, and private trades made in hushed tones among elite coin dealers. The few known pieces are fiercely guarded, rarely offered publicly, and when they are, they ignite bidding wars that defy logic. One such coin, in pristine uncirculated condition, was reportedly purchased by a private collector in the United States for an astounding sum, sparking renewed interest and sending shockwaves through the collector community. But beyond the anomaly lies the artistry. The portrait by Raphael Macloff is a masterclass in numismatic engraving. It captures Her Majesty not just as a monarch, but as a symbol of enduring stability during a rapidly changing world. There's a softness in the lines, a balance between elegance and power, that makes the coin not only a historical relic but a piece of miniature art. When paired with the classic reverse design, it becomes a fusion of aesthetics and significance that transcends its tiny form. Collectors and historians alike have long been captivated by such anomalies. They represent the unpredictable nature of minting and the human element behind the machines. Even the most modern, technologically advanced mints are not immune to occasional mishaps or oversights. And when these happen, they sometimes produce miracles, tangible reminders that even in mass production, uniqueness can still emerge. The 1998 penny also serves as a symbol of transition. It marks the end of one era and the beginning of another in the visual representation of the Queen. The switch from the Macloff to the Rank Broadley portrait wasn't just a cosmetic change. It reflected evolving artistic sensibilities, cultural shifts, and the monarchy's adaptation to a new age. Capturing that moment of change in a single coin, especially one made in error, is like holding a time capsule from a pivotal point in modern British history. Over the years, the legend of the 1998 1 penny has only grown. Stories circulate of owners who had no idea what they possessed, selling coins for pennies, literally, that later turned out to be worth millions. Others speak of estate auctions where sharp-eyed dealers uncovered hidden gems among dusty collections. These stories, whether myth or fact, continue to captivate and inspire, adding to the coin's almost mythical status. And yet, despite its fame among elite collectors, the average person still walks past this coin, unaware. That's what makes it so thrilling. The idea that unimaginable value could be hiding in plain sight, in old jars, in forgotten pockets, in the recesses of your coin collection, gives this story a magical allure. It's the dream of finding treasure, alive and well in the 21st century. In terms of authentication, identifying one of these rare 1998 pennies isn't easy. It requires expert analysis, careful examination under magnification, and sometimes even metallurgical testing to confirm authenticity. Many fakes have circulated over the years, crafted by opportunists trying to cash in on the coin's growing fame. But seasoned collectors know the difference. They understand the subtleties, the exact curve of the Queen's neckline in the Macloff portrait, the precise font alignment, the metallic sheen that only genuine Royal Mint coins possess. For those lucky enough to own the real thing, it's not just a coin. It's a symbol of luck, patience, and the thrill of the hunt. It's a piece of history with a story that spans decades, touching on artistry, monarchy, and the enduring appeal of the unexpected, and that brings us to the most astonishing part of the story, its value. In recent years, the collector market has exploded. As investors seek alternative assets and rare coins become increasingly recognized as both historical artifacts and financial instruments, prices have surged. The 1998 Elizabeth II 1 penny, once overlooked, is now among the crown jewels of British coin collecting. And the rare variant with the Macloff obverse has achieved legendary status. The most recent private sale, conducted discreetly through a European auction house, saw one of these coins fetch a staggering $24 million. That's right, $24 million for a single penny. It's a number that seems absurd at first, even impossible. But in the world of high-stakes collecting, where rarity, mystery, and provenance collide, it's a number that makes perfect sense. And so, we come full circle. From humble beginnings as pocket change to a coveted artifact worth more than most houses, The 1998 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny has proven that even the smallest object can carry the weight of history, the beauty of art, and the thrill of discovery. Keep your eyes open, your jars emptied with care, and your pockets checked. Because the next legendary coin could be hiding in your home right now. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through history, mystery, and money. This is Ultra Rare Coins History, where ordinary coins become extraordinary stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable tales from the world of rare coin collecting. Until next time, may your next penny be worth a fortune.